It was the biggest serving of mid MID that I've ever experienced. Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man.
Hello and welcome back to another Florida Man YouTube video. I'm Trevor.
And I'm Jaden. I tried to get it out. I got it out.
You got it out.
All right, y'all. My voice is like entirely shot right now. And y'all can probably hear it and I apologize, but I don't know if I'm gonna talk too much today, but I'm in a video for the first time in like 5 months. But we have a great video planned for you guys today.
We haven't been to Universal for a hot minute, so we want to show you guys all the cool new Minion stuff, as well as the Minions Cafe and the Jurassic Park tribute store. Now, a little birdie online, and a little
what?
A little blue birdie online told
Blue
me
birdie?
that something soft opened today. So I don't want to spoil anything. You may not see this clip because if it's not open, we're just gonna cut out this
Trevor.
section. Yes.
I have a soft open.
I'm ending this clip right here. But the Covenant Minions Blast supposedly soft open this morning, so we're gonna see if Minion Blast is still open. Hopefully me and Jaden can grab it and show you guys what it's about. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to take you on the ride. There's no recording on Universal rides, which is okay, but we can give you a typical Florida Man review after we do the ride. So let's go inside and check it out.
So the new Minions land and area is right at the front of the park, and it's kind of taken over where Shrek 4D and Monsters Cafe was.
Now with Minions Land comes the new Minions Blast, which took over the former Shrek 4D, which was a torture show. So we're gonna check out Minions Blast. Again, it is soft opening today, so they're still working out a few kinks. It is not officially open yet. However, let's go check it out. We just got in line and it says it's an hour wait, so it is now, what is the time, Jaden?
5:42.
It's 5:42, so we're gonna keep you guys posted throughout the wait. Let's go. Minions Blast is themed after Villain Con, which is from the first Minions movie, not Despicable Me, but Minions 1, the one where they go to England and they do all sorts of banana-related things. So the inside here looks like the floor of the convention center, and this is so well themed. Let's take a look at everything. I'm surprised that they actually have like the little skew for like the lot that the store can be on the convention floor. So this is Unlawful Outfitters, where you can get your rockets, your axes, your flamethrowers, your more rockets, and all sorts of, and evidently holiday sweaters, ugly sweaters. This is awesome. And then this is the Eliminator, so this is the gun that you're gonna have on the ride. I like it, it's very sharp.
So they have a little sign here of all the events that are happening at VillainCon, and I think a money laundering workshop. It would be like, if it were like an actual convention, it would be like personal finance, but it's funny that it says like money laundering. I love that.
Over here we have Corrupt Companions, so you two can bring home a giant crocodile, and they have a little pet things. You can get yourself a dog, a beetle, a vampire, and then destinations. And they even have the little island from the third movie. Alrighty, so we just got off of Minion Blast, and we wanted to talk to you guys about what we think for the ride. Now let's keep in mind, this is a soft opening. It's not actually released. So Universal typically does soft openings to help put pressure on the ride and see how the ride operates with a practical amount of people, so that way they can work out the future kinks.
It was the biggest serving of mid MID that I've ever experienced.
So I don't want to spoil too much about the ride, but the ride functions very much like a conveyor belt, and it is a shooter ride. So think in the terms of Toy Story Mania. Now, with the conveyor belt, you go from room to room to room. Now, because it is not technically released yet, you can tell that the ride is suffering some major lag issues. And it looks to me like a video game that just has so much input, it doesn't know what to do. So it feels like you're playing more on a PowerPoint simulator than an actual game.
Yeah. And the thing is that we were shooting at projection, not a screen, so the quality of the video was kind of sucked. And I swear it was taking us back to the PS2 days with those graphics. The graphics were horrible, and I don't really see a technical rehearsal of the graphics getting better. It would probably just be the technology that would get better in terms of like the sensitivity of the guns that we have. But the graphics, I'm telling you, PS2, PS2 level graphics.
Now the queue line was amazing. I really liked the queue line. In fact, I thought that was probably the best part of the ride. The guns themselves were neat, very satisfying to shoot, but the ride itself just, I don't think it's ready. I think they shouldn't have done projectors. I think they should have done screens and really invested time in the quality. I just don't think that whatever processing the game has is, I think it's too weak.
It's hard with, things like Rise of the Resistance, Velocicoaster, Flight of Passage. When we expect a new ride, now I wouldn't even consider this a ride. It's an attraction, I guess.
Yeah.
When we expect a new attraction, we have this super high expectation for like a top of the line ride. So I'm trying to get that idea out of my head because I was expecting a Rise of the Resistance level thing, not knowing what's going on, or something close to it. But with that being said, I mean, it was cute.
Yeah.
And like the colors were really neat, and I like being like little sets that are like from a movie.
Yeah.
So taking you in the movie is always cool. But Universal making something else that has a screen in it as their main thing is just kind of like meh.
And now Florida is being Florida.
Now let's keep the Minions train going and check out the new Minions Cafe. First, let's stop by Bake My Day, the new bakery here in Minions Land. Bake My Day is very similar to the confectionery over at Magic Kingdom. It even has Jaden sitting here full time because he is such a snack. You're gonna find a ton of sweets as well as merchandise, including this loungefly of the unicorn from the first movie, as well as a matching shirt and a Spirit jersey. They actually have two Spirit jerseys, one in yellow, one in blue, and if we flip to the back, it says, "Yours forever." Aw, how sweet. I like how they have the Minions shooting at the other Minions stuck on the ceiling, and they even have a bakery over here with a wide variety of pastries. Let's move past Minions and talk about the real news here. The real meat of Universal.
Oh wait, that's Frankenstein.
That is Frankenstein. Wait, what?
No, I was doing this. I was trying to do a mummy. Do mummies do that? Yeah.
Yeah, the mummies
Okay.
do that. So yes, let's talk about Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. Now, we just got our big announcement that Stranger Things is coming back. Not just season 4, season 1, 2, 3, and 4, the whole kit and caboodle. It is coming back for a third time, which is pretty remarkable. Now, here at Universal, they are starting to install the lights. And as you can see here at the New York section, they are starting to put them in on the top. As of right now, we have 3 house announcements. Stranger Things, The Last of Us, and Chucky. And based on Halloween Horror Nightmare spec map, there's also going to be a Universal Classic Monsters house, as well as an Oddfellows house. Now, a week before Universal announced Stranger Things Season 4, Halloween Horror Nightmares released their last spec map. So I wanted to break it down for you. So of course, we have Stranger Things Season 4, Last of Us, and Chucky. Been there, done that. Now, starting from the bottom left, we have a pair of trees with claw marks through them, right? Now this was where the former Japanese themed house was. Now I guess that is out of the picture, or this could somehow relate to Japanese mythology, which would be really cool. Next up is The Exorcist, which I'm kind of like, about, like, I'm sorry, but out of all the houses, The Exorcist is one that I'm like, I'll do it, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, so-so about it. Next up, we have a village with a pentagram behind it, which could be witches themed, it could be demon themed. This is kind of a vague one, so I'm just gonna move past it. Next up, which is one of the houses that I'm so excited to talk about. It is a dragon over a village. Now this was on the spec maps for the past 2 spec maps. Now what they're saying this could be is a dueling dragons themed house. Now stay with me, folks. What if we have a house where the big baddie is a dragon? Like, I'm talking like a big dragon. Like, we've never really seen it where like the big baddie is like a big monster. How cool would it be going through a village and you just see the dragon head poking in at you, big puppeteering? I really hope that this is the case, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. Next up, we have the Oddfellow house, which is gonna be a circus themed house, probably monsters, circus monsters, monsters in the circus. Been there, kinda done that. We all know how it's gonna go. Lastly, we have a guitar with devil horns on it. I have no idea what this could be. If it's a music themed house, awesome. We really loved the Weekend house last year. But if this is an original house, I still think it's gonna be neat. Maybe it could be a Crossroads event. We're gonna have to see with that one. All right, and lastly, Monsters in Paris. Now, a few other YouTubers, not to mention any names, Kevin Heimbach. This could be the Phantom of the Opera versus Hunchback of Notre Dame versus Jekyll and Hyde, very much like Legends Collide. Honestly, I kind of feel like this would be a weird sequel house. I feel like if they would have got rid of one of the characters to stick with two characters, it would be good. With all that being said and done, if this speculation map is 100% correct, I would love this here. I'm very excited for the individual houses. I'm really excited for The Last of Us, Chucky, Stranger Things house, The Exorcist house.
So Trevor likes to call it a speculation map, but I like to call it a speculatory map.
Speculatory. We are here in Central Park, right near ET, and as you can see behind me, in this exciting Horror Nights news, is rebar covered with green mesh. Now, stay with me, folks. You may be like, Florida man, why do you care? Why do you care? Well, this is one of the biggest scare zones for each event, and based on Halloween Horror Nightmares, this is going to be a jungle-themed scare zone, which would be very fitting with all the foliage in this area. I think this would be a phenomenal scare zone. What it will be about, God knows, but last year it was the corn farm-themed house. Absolutely love this scare zone. Very well done, and I really like this because it's very claustrophobic. You know, the scare actors really come in at you, especially with the little boo holes, so I think the jungle theme would work very well for this section. And ladies and gentlemen, our last little piece of Horror Nights today, the merchandise reveal for Stranger Things Season 4. Let's go inside, shall we? So we have two little tidbits of merchandise here for Stranger Things. We have this beautiful shirt of Vecna, and the shirt has texture to it so you can feel his beautiful forehead. And it says Stranger Things Season 4, and it has little bats. And then moving over here, we have this very nice trucker hat that says Stranger Things with that black and that nice red. This is $33. This is $30. So that way you can be ready for the first day of Halloween Horror Nights this year. Now, before we head out for today, let's check out the Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Tribute Store. This has to be one of the best tribute stores that Universal has put together, so let's check out some of the finer details here. Universal does a really phenomenal job taking in all the details and putting them in along with their merchandise. So we have this really awesome section talking about stop motion, as well as this bust of the Dilophosaurus. And this is how they were originally going to make Jurassic Park before they used practical effects and CG. I really like the use of this new tribute store because we have the second level, in which case they could create more depth to the tribute store. So up here we have costuming, and as you can see, they have the different outfits for each character, including Jeff Goldblum's leather jacket, as well as different sections. And you can see this looks like a studio for when they were recording the movie. One thing I really like about this is the Lay's Chips dinosaur, which is how they came up with the proportions for the T-Rex by taking a small mold, cutting it into little pieces, as you can see here, projecting it onto a paper and enlarging it, so that way they can create a realistic sized T-Rex. Unfortunately, we're not sure when this tribute store ends. However, it is worth coming in here and taking a look at all the cases and taking a look at all the details. Actually, it's worth coming in here multiple times because every time you come in, you notice something brand new.
Ready?
So that Jurassic Park tribute store is definitely worth coming out to. We didn't want to cover too much of it because it is so overwhelming with details. It is a must to just comb through and check it all out.
If you live in India, it's worth just coming to see that store.
It is.
It's just to come out, just to see that, and then dip out back to India.
Yeah. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you guys in the next Florida Man YouTube video. Bye.
Alright, y'all, I've never seen a single episode of Stranger Things, and I might watch it for the new Horror Nights. I can't talk, wait, can you restart it? Alright, y'all, so I've never seen a single episode of Stranger Things, so I might watch it for the new Horror Nights house, right?
Yeah, it's a house.
And there's a new season of the show.
Yeah, season 4.
Season 4.
Yeah.
So
there's
probably,
4 seasons.
Probably won't watch it, but You never know. I might get bored, so I might get bored and watch The Walking Dead, but we'll see.
A little Florida man tip for you folks. If you are going to Horror Nights and you're like, crap, there's Chucky, there's Stranger Things, there's The Last of Us, I don't have enough time in my life to watch all this content. There's a lovely channel called The Kill Count on YouTube that does really quick 20-minute videos talking about all the key plot points for all horror movies. So if you want to get a quick rundown of what's going on before you come to Horror Nights, go and watch The Kill Count for Stranger Things, Chucky, or The Last of Us TV show.